Alright, boys. It's fucking podcast time. So, JD Sloan here with Johnny Bandanna and L.T. Falk on our way down 40 West from Rockwood, Tennessee. Just got done with MSWA Championship Wrestling Star Spangled Spectacular 2018, which you can view on WrestletopiaTV in the coming weeks. LT, this is your first time working for Ox Harley. What'd you think of the house and everything?
Oh, brother, let me tell you this, man. I've known Ox for quite some time, and I'm just really proud of the guy. You know, he has a good thing going right there in Rockwood, Tennessee. Good talent, good production, and what a house! What a house!
It was packed.
That's it, buddy. I came in, and a few fans recognized me from surrounding towns, and then some of them, I guess, friends on Facebook and whatnot. So it was good being properly introduced to a lot of those good fans, and sold a few gimmicks, and went out there with, I believe my opponent's name was Nick Wild. Had a good match, and then you see after that first lockup, and then a combination of maneuvers, he tried to show me up. Brother, I'm 29 years of age, 15 years in the business. I'm not gonna let no young punk like that show me up. So I took matters into my own hands, and what happened? I got the job done. 1, 2, 3, clean as can be.
Clean. Clean.
Got a victory in my Rockwood debut. What's it called again?
MSWA Championship Wrestling.
MSWA Championship Wrestling debut. Got a victory. So hopefully this is once a month, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner before later, I'll be back.
So LT, since this is the first time that you've taken this trip, tell the fans about the road leading to Rockwood. Just explain the road.
Man. Well, everything was going good. You being behind the wheel, I'm kind of wondering. And once we get off that exit and a few back roads to get to the building, if you will, oh my God, hills, wavy, windy roads with major drop-offs. Like right now, man, it's in the dark. Please pray for us. But we made it.
But we made it out.
We made it. Made it to and halfway from. But man, it was something else. And then the town itself, Deliverance.
Yeah.
But man, a lot of nice people, man. Good Southern comfort, Southern hospitality. It's a good thing going.
And hot for wrestling. Hot. I mean, they were hot the whole night,
That's it, man. On their feet or at the edge of their seat. And that was a pretty damn good main event. Battle of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cadillac Cowboy, Steve Burns.
Yeah.
And the one and only Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, who had his first match in the mid-90s in Columbia, Tennessee against who? My father, Tony Falk.
The living legend.
Yeah. Some guys don't, I don't think you should forget about your first match, his debut match. Another Tennessee talent. Jeff Jarrett, Double J, had his first match against my father, Tony Falk. So, man, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good night. Bandanna, it's been a while since you've been on the podcast.
It has.
Not too long ago, you made your return to the Nashville Fairgrounds after 7 long years, scrapping and scraping, doing everything you can, fighting the law, fighting poverty, fighting all of life to come back and make it back to the fairgrounds. Let's talk about how all that happened, because you showed up with me just to be a camera guy.
Yeah,
and we walk in the building, and then all of a sudden, what happened?
Yeah, I'm hired to be a camera guy. I'm supposed to hold the camera, mind my own business, stay in between, 12 and 2 with the lens.
12 and 2.
And, we're getting closer to bell time. The doors are getting ready to open, and a hammerjack comes out to me and says, "Hey, brother, got your boots?" I said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I do not, but Gary Valiant happened to have an extra pair of boots," and he said, "Well, I'll tell you what, man, I'm kind of getting no-showed here on the opener, and by God, if it gets 7:45 and some bitch don't show up, I need you to get out there, throw some boots on, and have a match. And you know, when he told me it would be against Chris Michaels, the headliner, all my nerves went away. I knew it was all going to be all right.
Yeah.
But
at first, though, man, you're over in the corner.
Yeah. It's been 6 years, 6 years out of you know, taking any bumps or even hitting the ropes, and so it was a little improv.
But just so everyone that's listening knows, on WrestleTopia TV, that's WrestleTopiaTV.pivotshare.com, you can watch the historic return of Johnny Bandana, Overdrive Pro Wrestling, Johnny Bandana versus the headliner Chris Michaels, and in all legitimate, you know, 100% honesty, it was one of the best matches of the entire show. I mean, it honestly was. You know, Chris is just a unbelievable professional, and you guys went out there and you told a really good story. It was great. It was good to see you back in the ring, man.
Thank you. I think I need to thank Chris Michaels off of that, but I appreciate that, JD Sloan. And, maybe there'll be more in the future. Maybe I'll have to bust out a couple push-ups.
Yeah.
Get a little tan.
Get a tan. Get tans.
Somebody told me when I first got into the wrestling business, not little Tony, but big Tony Falk, that tan fat's always better than not tan fat. Is that right? Did I say it right? Yeah. Tan fat's better than being pale. Being white fat. It is white fat.
Fat's better than white
fat. And it's the truth. It's the truth.
I think I can do wonders with a little tan. Maybe not spray tan. Maybe like a more natural tan.
And you know, another place that all three of us were at last weekend in Ashland City, Tennessee. LT, you were in there in the main event, and me and you were there doing the WrestleTopia TV thing for what is it? LT HCW. CHW. So I
was first told it was crazy hardcore wrestling, but then I think they chose to clean it up a little bit. So what is it? Championship Honor Wrestling.
Championship Honor Wrestling.
National Guard Armory, Ashland City. Main event is supposed to be a singles competition, a special challenge match. Impact Star, Crazy Steve, and I. And then somehow it got turned into an intergender mixed tag. My better half, Queen of Slaughter from Brighton, England, Miss Rachel, and I, son of a legend, took on please forgive me, but I mean Rebel and Crazy Steve, but they reunited. They was in that group that the hell was it called?
What was it called?
Massery or something, right?
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't watching.
I mean, we weren't all big TNA viewers at the time.
But anyway, they was in the fucking clique, man.
Yeah,
and, I mean, I guess they had that opportunity to, you know,
reunite them
in Ashland City, so it was good for them. And then after the mist, that mysterious mist, damn,
screwed everything up, didn't
it? Man, they got Rachel, they got me, and then it happens, you know. It happens.
You know, I wanna put you over a little bit, LT, because you know the show kind of started out second or third match. I think it was Rachel and Rebel, and that's where the storyline came into play and everything that turned into the main event with the mixed tag. But you seconded Rachel, and dude, you did such an incredible job on the outside, acting like a complete fucking lunatic, man. But I'm saying that in the way that, like, it was really, really good. I mean, you were going crazy. I actually wanted to ask you about their ring, LT.
Yeah.
When you work in it was a 14x14 ring.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a low boy. It was a pony ring.
That's right.
When you work in a ring like that, what kind of challenges kind of come into play? Not having quite so much room to maneuver within the confines of the ring.
Oh yeah, limited on space, man. And then you know, a regular ring, you know, it's our platform, our stage. Being on a lower ring that's just what 15 inches off the ground.
Man, I don't know. It was short.
You get shot off and you're hitting those ropes, man. It looks like you're running right at those people getting ready to drive in their damn laps. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's just you know not that much space. But then again, you know, I'm one of those guys. I'm more like an in-ring technician. I don't need a lot of space. I'm going to tie my opponent up right there, you know.
Yeah. And what about you, Johnny? You know, being that you shot you were the floor camera and you shot the show. What was it like being in? Basically, you're basically almost at the same height as the wrestlers because the ring was so far down. It was so low.
Yeah, I ought to hit you on some pain gimmicks I had to take later on because I had to get in some precarious position just to get some shots. It was still too close to really get anything without being. Probably what I should have done is done the whole Jim Mitchell deal, get up on the gimmick, get up on the apron. Jim Mitchell? Is that the right name? Did I say it right?
Craig Mitchell?
No, it's a different one. Damn it, fuck.
Mitchell. We'll just say Mitchell. A Mitchell. Yeah.
Mitchell.
A Mitchell.
We'll get back to the name in a minute. But yeah, it was tough for sure. The learning experience is all this is for me right now. But certainly with the low boy ring, it was a lot.
It was
harder.
different. Yeah. I mean, because LT, your dad had a low boy ring, but I don't feel like it was that far to the ground. Like that one's extra far down.
They say it's supposed to be the same, 15 inches off the ground, but you know, we had a damn 16. That's a 14. Hell, truth be told, it feels a little smaller than a 14.
It's tiny. That's a tiny ring, man.
The vinyl canvas, which you know, it is what it is.
Each their own.
The best with what we have. But man, hot building, guys pouring sweat, vinyl canvas. It could be dangerous.
Yeah, I had at the show. I'm at the gimmick table and I'm doing the commentary from the gimmick table. And there was a lady that was walking around, and she actually passed out right in front of my fucking table, and like fell into the table. And a bunch of people came over to help her, you know. But I didn't know what to do because here I am doing commentary, so I'm trying to watch the match and move around because all these people are trying to help this girl, and I felt bad that I wasn't helping. But at the same time, I'm trying to be able to watch everything that was going on and call the match at the same time. So it was quite the experience in Ashland City, and man, it must have been 120, 130 degrees inside that building with that tiny ass ring. But man, you guys, you know, everyone worked their asses off. I felt like the crowd really went home happy. You were one hell of a heel. Your wife was one hell of a heel. And Crazy Steve and Rebel, you know, I mean, that's what the fans wanted to see, right?
That's it, man. The good talents. I believe there's a lot of potential there in Ashland City, and they're making their return to that National Guard Armory on Saturday, July 28th. What are they calling it? Summer Brawl? Night of Legends?
Do you know who you're working?
L.T. Two second-generation stars are going to collide. Good friends, better enemies. L.T. Falk's taking on Jamie Dundee.
Woo! Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, guys!
Remember, PG-13 JC Ice. So, Jamie and I, you know, we're going to square off in Ashland City, but also Dirty Dutch Mantel, also known as Zeb Coulter, is going to be making an appearance. My father, Tony Falk's going to be in the house. Gary Valiant, the son of Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Boy, Gary Valiant's taking on the dangerous Doug Gilbert.
Man, what a Memphis card we have here.
That's it, and no telling who else could, you know, show up. You never know.
Funny story about Jamie Dundee. One day I'm just sitting on the couch and I get a text message, right? And it comes up on my phone, Jamie fucking Dundee. That's what it comes up. And the text message read, "Hey man," and this is how it read, okay? "Hey man, you know you sell them DVDs, you sell them too damn cheap, man. How the hell is anyone else supposed to make any damn money if you selling all them DVDs really cheap? Hey, but you gotta come out to the house, man. Check this out." And then all of a sudden it's just picture after picture after picture. Jamie's walking around his house taking pictures of all the gimmicks he's got in his house. He's like, "Yeah, man, you like all that stuff, man? You gotta come over to the house, man." That motherfucker is the craziest person I've ever met in my whole entire life. I mean, he really, really is. So, this morning at like, I don't know, 10 a.m., I'm walking around the house and I get a phone call from Ox Harley. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, why is Ox calling me right now? You know, I'm going to see him in a couple hours, whatever. So Ox, I pick up the phone. I'm like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He goes, "Hey, guess who went to jail at 4:30 a.m. for his third DUI and felony evading arrest?" And I didn't even have to, I didn't even need to guess. There's only one person on that fucking poster that could have been Brian motherfucking Christopher, Grandmaster Sexy. And I said, "Shit, Ox, You know, because he just replaced Adam Rose with James Storm a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, you have the worst fucking luck, man. The worst luck. And he's like, yeah, I know. And so I'm sitting there thinking I'd already reached out to LT to see what he was doing today. And, you know, LT's like, man, I have a beautiful, wonderful dinner planned with my beautiful family. And you know, so I didn't want to bother LT, but I was like, well, shit, we really need an extra guy. So I said, LT, you want to come and work, you know, for Ox? And he's like, I guess so. And so here we are, the three of us. Now we're on our way back from Rockwood, Tennessee, back to Nashville, and had one hell of a night. LT, what kind of month do you have lined up? You know, where can people see you? And WrestleTopia TV will be back out there July 28th at CHW for their next big show. But what else you got coming up, man?
Gotcha, man. Well, tomorrow in Laverne, Tennessee, we have a Union Wrestling Latin America, one of those Lucha Libre shows. I'm going to be down there, arm dragging the best I can.
Yeah.
And, man, mostly every Friday night, right there in Columbia, Tennessee, with Mayhem Championship Wrestling, as I'm their heavyweight champion. So, you know, all my Fridays at the moment are pretty much booked up in Columbia.
Well, good. If people want to get a hold of you for booking opportunities, or they want to buy some arm dragon T-shirts, where can they do that?
And so I got the just the Facebook. I need to get with the times. You know?
Gotta get with the Twitter. Gotta get the Twitter.
The Twitter and the Instagram and all that shit. But I got the Facebook, LT Falk, Falk, like Peter Falk. You know,
not Falk.
Like yeah.
Not with the U.
Not with the U.
Yeah.
And then I also have, you know, LT Falk 110. LT Falk 110 at gmail.com.
All right. Bandana, if you want to grab the mic. Let's, you know, since it's been so long since you've been on the podcast, a lot of shit has happened. Not only did you make your return to the ring and everything, but we had a 10-day excursion in Orlando, working for Impact Wrestling, and let's kind of talk about the comings and goings and happenings of that whole thing. Let's start off with when we were contacted to work for Impact. No one said, hey man, we're going to use you guys to go and clean out all the storage buildings in Nashville, Tennessee, and have you guys load up box trucks, take them to the dump, throw away all kinds of stuff. What the hell happened, man?
Oh, it was all Bob shit. I had it piled up for about 9 or 10 years. 13 years to be exact.
Here we are. We're going through all... How many canvases did we throw away?
If I were to say there were 300 canvases, I'd probably be 150 off. I mean, you talk about
many canvases.
Traditional 4-side canvas. You got the 6-sided canvas. We probably threw away 300 6-sided canvases.
Yeah, it was insane, man. So much shit.
Crazy.
So much shit. And it was just us. It was just us. We were down a person.
Yeah.
One person didn't come.
Yeah, we got driven into that, all right.
Then
they get us on a 30 net pay.
Wait 30 days out to get paid. Then we get the Ryder truck, right? And we're driving to Orlando. Let's talk about this Ryder truck, Johnny.
Well, you know, we're in this damn Ryder truck. Things overheating, and as soon as we get to Atlanta traffic, we're sitting there, we're overheating, having to put it in neutral, put the air brakes on, let it cool down a little bit, push the air brakes back in, throw it back in. We were throwing it in third, though.
Yeah.
We weren't throwing it in overdrive.
Yeah, because we found that out later, remember?
Yeah, that was a later on deal. So, you know, we done overheated halfway, you know, 4 or 5 times on the way down to Orlando. This piece of shit Ryder truck. Was it even a Ryder or was it a Penske?
It was a Penske. It was a Penske. Yeah, Ryder's a fucking good truck.
Yeah, Ryder's a good truck. Sorry,
they use international. Ryder's use international.
We use some
garbage.
Jobo, it was some damn shit. I don't want to foreign, but it wasn't no good, man. The damn lift gate gets stuck on us down there. It's shooting hydraulic fluid.
They're shooting it everywhere.
And the gentleman's name I was thinking of earlier is Keith Mitchell.
And
we were right in front of his production TV truck and all that. And of course, you know, last night of the tapings, and now we got a truck broke down with hydraulic fluid all over the place right in front of his truck.
So this truck that they give us is a piece of shit. It's just absolutely fucking horrible. And so on like the third night of TV tapings, we do the pay-per-view on Sunday. Then we do TV Monday, TV Tuesday, and I want to say it was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
They want us to do this offset location shoot. So I'm driving the shuttle van with all the talent. I've got OVE and Sue Young and all of her undead brides and everything. Everyone's in the shuttle van, and Johnny's got this piece of shit truck that's got all these gimmicks in the back of the truck for us. We're going way out in the middle of fucking nowhere in Orlando to do all this different. If you watched Impact, then you know when Sue Young lights the casket on fire and Eddie Edwards and OVE have the brawl out in the middle of nowhere in the forest and everything. This is where we're going to do all this stuff. So the guy that's in charge of all the gimmicks and all this stuff, I've got Abyss in the van with me, and the guy that's in charge of all this takes his own fucking vehicle. It's a fucking Corvette. He's driving around in a fucking Corvette. We don't know where the fuck we're going. We have no idea. I know nothing about Orlando, and we weren't even in Orlando anymore. We went out into the boonies, the skirts of some weird town or whatever. And he's flying by, going 100 miles an hour. Johnny's truck doesn't even. It might
have went 65 down the hill, but then it was overheating.
Yeah. So Johnny's way in the back. I'm far. You got Tommy Dreamer and Don Callis in their own vehicle. They're driving behind the Corvette, no problem. Then you have Eddie Edwards. I don't even know. Eddie Edwards met us there. I don't even know how the fuck he showed up. And then me in the shuttle van. I've got no idea where we're going. So I'm trying to keep up with them, but at the same time, I don't want to go so fast that I'm completely leaving you. And so we're trying to make it all over the place. What the fuck were they thinking, Johnny?
Well, it all started with Chris Dispenza.
Yeah.
I believe he's like the director of production, whatever it might have been at the time. And he's like, man, I got the Corvette, I'm not going to go too fast. You got the truck, it's big, so I'll be able to see you in my rear view, So you're all right, man, just keep up with me. And next thing you know, he's 35 mile markers down. I see a little white speck, and I believe I see some black curly hair flying out the window, but that's about all I see. Brother was gone. I see your shuttle, it's gone. I'm doing the best I can to keep up with you guys. Probably ran every light there was, on the way to get to the highway. Like go down Bumfuck Beach up all the way to that cemetery, which I probably were bit by 105 gigantic mosquitoes.
It was awful. It was fucking terrible. But it was beautiful though. Like the place that we went to was legitimately really nice. Everything looked really cool for what they were doing. I got lucky because Abyss wanted to fucking go home. After we shot the stuff with Sue Young and the undead brides and everything, they were still shooting the OVE Eddie Edwards deal. But Abyss was like, I'm not agenting that shit. I want to go home. Who's driving the shuttle? And I'm like, well, I'm driving the shuttle. He's like, well, I need you to take me back to the hotel. And I was like, yes, I'm gone. I'm done. Johnny wasn't so lucky, were you?
No,
you had to stick around.
I wasn't so lucky at all. I had to stick around for a little while and basically hang out and take a shot or so. And I think I was going to get a little navigation back to the studios, and that didn't happen either. My phone's about at 10% battery life. And Chuck and Dispense, like, yeah, man, you know how to get back over there, right? You're good to go, right? So, yeah, I guess I'm good, guys. Fucking,
ain't got no fucking choice.
Go back the same way I came, I guess. And
they're all hanging out getting drunk at this house that we're at.
I'm sitting there pouring Tracy Smothers on the way back. I'm punching the steering wheel. This piece of shit's about to fall apart while I'm doing it. I'm like, I'm missing the party, man. I'm going to get back. Everything's going to be done. And of course, I get back to Universal, and it turns out that J.D. Sloan wasn't as lucky as he thought he was.
Yeah, I thought I was lucky. Yeah.
He had to wait a little bit because there was a key that I think
we get back to Universal Studios, and Sue Young and all these because at first I drop Abyss off at the hotel. He's like, just drop me off at the hotel. I'm not going back to the studio. My car's not there. I'm like, all right, I'm thinking no problem. Honestly, the studio's 5 minutes away from the hotel. It's not a big deal or whatever. So we get back to the studio so all the girls can get their bags and their vehicles are all there. I've got to drive them back to the depot. So I'm like, all right, so I just pull up. and I let the girls out, expecting them to run over to the dressing rooms, get their shit, come back to the van. Soo Young comes back. She's like, hey, do you have a key to the locker rooms? And I'm like, no, I ain't got no key. Who the fuck am I? And she's like, well, it's locked. And there's nobody on set. No security guards anywhere. You know, I'm like, oh shit. So we're walking around Universal Studios looking for someone to fucking come help us. Finally, we find a security guard. Security guard's like, oh, I don't think we have any keys, but I'll call. So me, Soo Young, and all these women are fucking gorgeous. They are all, and they're wearing nothing. They're all wearing, and it's cold. It's, you know, not like freezing cold, but it's chilly. It's April. You know, it probably got down to like, you know, 60 degrees, you know, 55 degrees. So it's chilly and they're not wearing anything. And we're all just standing out there waiting. And I'm talking about an hour's going by, an hour and a half's going by. And it's me, Soo Young, these undead girls who are all local indie wrestlers, and the fucking son of the owner of Impact. Fucking Ed Norholm's son. And we're all sitting outside waiting for hours for something to happen. So finally I call Jimmy J. And I'm telling him everything that's going on. And he's telling me, well, the security guard's going to help you out. So the security guard finally shows up. He's got a roll of keys, dude, that's got to be 500 fucking keys on this thing. We tries every single key. None of them fucking work. So I call Jimmy J back. And Jimmy J's like talking to me. And I'm like, look, dude. The fucking, he's like, buddy, just shut up for a minute. Let me talk. Listen to what I got to say. The security guard has the key to open up the sound stage. Have him open the sound stage. And I'm like, well, the sound stage isn't going to help me. He's like, buddy, shut the fuck up. So I shut up and I let Jason talk. And he says, hey, in the sound stage, there is a cup full of keys behind this fucking sign. So I go find the cup, and Lord, thank God, the keys were fucking there. So I get the key, and by this time, you're on your way back. So now we can't even go. We've got to wait. We've got to wait for Bandanna.
Wait on Johnny.
So finally you get there with the truck. We get the key. We missed the whole party. There was a party going on at the hotel. We missed the whole fucking thing.
And it was on The Office, so we were going to be able to like get like all of our shots.
Yeah, everything was going to get paid for. It was going to be all fucking, you know, gravy, fun, you know, food, the whole deal. We missed the whole fucking deal because who are we? We're fucking nobodies. We're the jabronis driving around. Yeah. But other than that, man, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad of a trip, was it?
No, it wasn't a bad trip at all, and we stayed on the road for the most part. Big Tone driving behind the wheel.
Anthony LaCasio.
Anthony LaCasio. He's, you know, I hope the guy eats pizza better than he drives his truck. I hope he eats pizza better than he drives his truck.
But you know, I'll tell you this, man. Fucking when Tony is talking about Bob Rosen, it is some of the best shit. I can't.
He's been around the guy too long. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Bob Rosen, the ring master.
The ring master.
Currently doing the rings for Era Lucha and MLW. But it was a long time TNA ring guy. You worked for Bob, right?
Love Bob. Bob's an awesome guy. I love to imitate Bob, you know, and try to get on his level of just comic relief.
Yeah.
Bob's one of those guys. He's really good at what he does, but he knows he's really good at what he does. And sometimes maybe he gets off the beaten path on some of the things that he does.
He can hear a pop.
Yeah. I heard it. That's the left turnbuckle. I can tell you right now. Oh, you're gonna have to sit me down, but you're gonna have to make sure that all the boys are in the back because I'm getting more over than the boys.
There was one
Slammiversary.
There was a spot during the fucking pay-per-view. So Bob shows up at the pay-per-view, him and all of his family to come watch the wrestling and everything. And there was a point where right after the OVE match, we have to run out there and there's thumbtacks everywhere. There's, you know, broken boards. There's all this shit all over the place. We have they give us 30 seconds to clean everything out of the ring. We're running back, and as we're running back, I look at Bob, and our eyes meet. And Bob just shakes his head up and down, like showing the approval.
That was the nod of approval.
You guys are doing a great fucking job, and I approve everything you're doing. And man, it set the tone for the whole rest of the night.
Those are my boys. I trained those boys. had thumbtacks sticking out of our toes.
All in the shoes.
Couldn't even get the damn things out the ring. The magnet filled up immediately. It's like, oh, well, we still got 2 more bags of thumbtacks. We did get the nod of approval, and I caught that as well.
Yep.
So that meant a lot. Thank you, Bob Rosen.
Yeah. It was good stuff, man, and we hope Impact all the best in their future endeavors and all the things that they may be doing. And
we wish them our best in their future endeavors.
We do,
they wish us our future.
They don't give a shit about us, do they?
No. They got what they needed out of us. All them damn trucks got unloaded. There wasn't too many injuries. A couple smashed fingers or whatever.
I fell out of the truck at one point. I fell like face first, dude. Like, damn it, I don't know what happened. My feet just stopped working or something. I fell right out of that truck, dude. Busted open my thumb and tore up my shoulder and shit. I don't know what the hell happened, man.
Oh man, good times.
But it was good times, man. Picklebacks. You want to talk about picklebacks?
I don't want to talk about picklebacks.
Them motherfuckers, man.
I don't want to talk about picklebacks.
They'll tear you up, man. I mean, buddy, you had some troubles keeping those picklebacks down.
I couldn't keep one pickleback down. I could drink vodka pretty well and other drinks, but the damn pickleback, something about it, I don't know if it's the Jameson or the pickle juice or just both, but it comes up just immediately as soon as it goes down.
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody can get a good laugh out of it. Tiny to Bill, the timekeeper, Brian Bearden, I'm glad you can get a good laugh out of it. and Jimmy J and everybody alike, I'm glad it was a good time, but those picklebacks, fuck. Those things are... No, they're not for Johnny B, but you seem to enjoy them pretty well.
Well, man, I wouldn't say so much that I enjoyed them, because it was one of those things where I didn't realize how fucked up I was until after I was already way gone. I was already so far gone that there was no coming back.
We had an 8 a.m. sound check.
Yeah. That's so true. And I'll tell you the worst, though. The worst night was that night that I bought those 4 Locos. And those 4 Locos in Orlando, they have it was the 14.3% alcohol.
It's a bottle of wine,
man, dude. I mean, I was halfway through the first one. I was already all kinds of loopy, and those things tore me up real bad, man.
Do we still have L.T. Falk in the car?
Yeah, LT's back there. LT's back there, man. Hey, LT, tell me about your trainee, Skylar Jade. Is it Jade or Jay? Jade. Skylar Jade. Tell me about her, man.
So Jensen White, Skylar Jade, joins the Mayhem Wrestling Academy. And, man, right off the bat, some people, they just have natural athleticism, and she was a little thicker, a little bigger, had some weight on her. But brother, I'm just following the wrestling for quite some time, being a fan, and some people could just kind of watch and learn. So she got in there with some natural charisma, natural athleticism. We had a good time, and then we was going over body slams one day, and then man, I can't fucking believe it. Doing a slam, you're supposed to lift with your legs, not your back, right?
Yeah.
She picked somebody up, and next thing you know, she dropped the guy and went down in tears. She was in a lot of pain. Like a week later, come to find out, she ruptured some disc, a few discs, and done some more damage. I'm not 100% sure what she did, but she tried to do rehab and physical therapy, and it wasn't working. So if you look at her now, she has a pretty good scar down her back. She had to have fucking low back surgery.
Oh, man.
After that, still came to watch and to learn, to listen. And because, she wants to be a worker, wants to be a female wrestler. We never really talked about being a manager or a valet. But then again, thinking, well, just to kind of, get your name out there, meet a few people, get you in the back so you can, once again, keep those eyes and ears open. We had an idea. We shot this angle, and she's a pretty good animated, valet.
Yeah. I think she's really pretty, man. I mean, very, very striking young lady.
Yeah, pretty damn tall.
Yes, very tall.
Her, I'm like, no. She's tall, and she's dedicated to the gym and the diet. Like I said, she's a lot, a little heavier when I first met her, but she's getting the weight off. She's determined, and I think she has about 2 months until she can actually get in there and start rolling around, bumping and all that. And then, but I know when the time is right, man, she's gonna. Some learn quicker than others, right?
Right.
I feel like she's gonna pick up on everything, pretty quick. So.
Well, definitely good luck to her, man, and her future in the business. I wanted to ask you, LT, what do you think about All In? You excited for that? You think, they sold out in
3 hours.
Yeah, extremely quick and everything. And this is a real new era for non-WWE wrestling. What do you think about that opportunity that an independent group is selling out, a 10,000 seat arena in 30 minutes?
That's it, man. I think it's it's creating a lot of buzz. It's wonderful they sold out. You're gonna have to fill me in on some of the matches. I'm kind of late.
Well, there's been no matches announced.
No
matches. Only talent. Talent announced.
Gotcha. Okay. Who's all on it?
The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, Tanahashi, Okada. I think Flip Gordon. They're doing a gimmick where Flip Gordon wants to be All In, but they're not confirming him. Oh man, who else is there?
NWA World Champion supposed to be on it?
Now the way they're doing this thing that if Nick Aldis, who's the NWA World Champion right now, Cody Rhodes wants to wrestle him. So they're doing a story where Cody Rhodes has to win the ROH Championship to wrestle Nick Aldis for the NWA Championship. So I'm sure we're going to see Cody with the ROH Championship soon, but they've yet to announce a single match. I mean, the sellout is all just basically support for this group of wrestlers, this independent wrestlers, and now it's come out that WWE is going to offer them extreme money to pull them away. Will that hurt the independents? Do you think if they do something like that? Because who knows how they'll be used in the WWE, good or bad. But they're obviously attracting people to independent wrestling, and we need all the eyes we can possibly get.
Brother, I knew nothing about that. Like I said, I'm out of the loop. But being able to put a show together like that with those type of names, sell out is wonderful. And then think about everything else they've accomplished so far with the figures, right?
The pops.
Yeah, the pops, and then the
T-shirts,
Hot Topic merchandise, man. It's awesome. My hat's off to those guys.
Yeah.
Wish them nothing but the best.
Chase Owens will be a part of it. You know Chase well, don't you?
Yeah, I've worked with time or two. We've had some good matches.
Yeah. Well, shit, everyone. I hope you all have enjoyed our 40 Westbound and Down episode as we make our way back to Nashville from Rockwood, Tennessee, after just having an incredible night of action. And I guess, Johnny, you're gonna have to come over. We're gonna have to do this again.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to get back into the seat with you and maybe be able to hold a damn conversation, stay on track. Yeah,
and LT, we have to do this again because we've only covered the first half of your story. I think we got to. You guys had just left when we talked. Me and you talked. You had just left Madison, I believe, and had just moved into the Stadium Inn. But we didn't actually go into any of that. We didn't go into the Stadium Inn, the talent that you had coming through. Guys like Ricochet and Chuck Taylor and all these guys that kind of cut their teeth under the tutelage of your dad and yourself in this area. Josephus. We haven't even touched that yet, so we got to do it. Yeah.
3, maybe a part 4. We'll knock it out.
Yeah, why not, man?
Awesome.
Well, all you out there in podcast land, I appreciate everyone taking the time to get online and listen to our podcast. And just remember that tape trading in the 90s was fucking awesome.